A Netflix documentary made me realize my entire life was a lie when I paused it on my dad's face walking through crime scene footage from 20 years ago and called him over to look, watching him go white before he said we had 10 minutes to pack because they'd found us. He started burning our family photos while my mom ran upstairs and I stood frozen until I noticed the gun in his hand and found a packed emergency bag under my bed with a passport showing my picture but a different name, Madison Charleston, along with cash and car keys and a burner phone. My dad said we'd been in witness protection since I was 5 after he testified against the Serbian mob for helping them launder money for years, and the documentary footage someone leaked meant they knew he was alive when they thought he died. The doorbell rang and a man said his nephew recognized my dad from the show and found our address from my Instagram posts with location tags. Since I'd posted a front porch picture yesterday, without knowing I was putting targets on our backs. We crashed through the garage door while bullets shattered the back window, and I drove through our neighbor's yard destroying garden gnomes before getting stuck in a drainage tunnel, where we hid in an alcove while armed men walked past so close I could smell cigarette smoke. My mom left to get a backup car and returned 20 minutes later in an old Civic wearing different clothes, and as we drove away, I admitted my Instagram location tags led them straight to us, making them go silent until my mom noticed an SUV following us through 4 turns. She drove onto the highway shoulder, scraping our mirror off while the SUV got stuck in traffic, and my dad called the U.S. Marshal Service, connecting with Marshal Nora, who explained our handler Tyson had been executed that morning, and someone inside the documentary company leaked the footage early. The safe house was a motel with barred windows, and that night I said I deserved truth instead of lies that made things worse. Watching them finally promised no more secrets. Nora found a GPS tracker sewn into one of our bags around midnight, which meant they'd known our location the whole time, and we evacuated immediately with just the clothes on our backs. She made me practice evasive driving until a tire blew and we crashed into a ditch, my mom bleeding while my dad pressed gauze to her scalp. Nora explained my dad's original protection deal had expired years ago, and if he cooperated with the investigation, he could negotiate a new arrangement, but there would be legal consequences for his crimes. My dad agreed to testify again, even if it meant jail, because keeping us safe was more important, and I felt proud and sad watching him sign documents that would destroy his freedom to protect mine. Detective Carpenter found surveillance photos and camping equipment in a storage unit, including maps with our house circled in red and a notebook detailing our daily routines because I'd posted everything online without understanding the danger. They arrested most of the team, but the leader Alex Yates escaped, and Nora set up a trap at a bus depot using my dad as bait with sharpshooters on nearby roofs, and I watched Yates walk in and pull a gun before officers swarmed from every direction. Shots were fired and one officer went down while my dad dropped flat, but Yates broke away through the chaos and escaped while his associates got tackled and arrested. My dad got taken into federal custody, and I watched him leave feeling like I was losing him even though this was necessary. And that night Nora asked what kind of place I wanted to live, treating me like I had control over my future for the first time. I spent 2 days deleting my Instagram and erasing every photo of Lee Lane from birthday parties and school events, watching memories disappear because that version was built on lies. On the 5th morning, Nora called me Madison instead of Lee and asked if I was ready to start the relocation process, and I said yes, realizing that even though I was scared and grieving my old life, I'd survived as far by learning that protection through truth is stronger than protection through lies, and that Netflix documentary that destroyed everything also saved us